What's up, guys? I'm Amon-Rellik the Godslayer. Amon-Rellik Gaming. We've gotten through with the Malik as well, so we're gonna head on out here real quick. All right, and we're gonna hopefully get some good lore.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad those travelers made it all the way to Nabartha-Reng. But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hells had gone on.
What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again. What the? Are you seeing this?
The sky. It...
Boy, remember him? He was from a long time ago in our quest line. I think we were still traveling with Lise at the time.
At last, night has returned to Amon-Rellik. We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
Oh, hell.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorthry, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us.
As well he should, for defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host. There the fate of this star shall be decided.
All right, Alice, we did it. We really did it. I only wish there were time to visit the inn, but hope the return of night has granted the residents some shred of comfort. They thought the world beyond changing. Today, I think we proved them wrong. We will fix this broken land, Amon, together. Aww. Reen? Seems troubled by the sight of you. Are you feeling alright, Amon? After you defeated the Light Warden, I could swear I saw its ether. Never mind. I'm still getting used to my powers. It's probably nothing. I'm just relieved I was right about where the Warden was hiding. The last one is hiding in Calusia, isn't it? I can feel it from here, believe it or not. But perhaps we should head back to the Crystarium first. You have a lot to tell the Exarch, and I think we could all do with some rest. She sees it too, then. Istola! You gotta head to the Crystarium, baby. Let's go. East Tola. I'm hopping over there to you, girl. I'm hopping over there to you, Stola. You see me hopping over there to you, girl. The others are with the Exarch. Before we join them, there is something I wish to confirm. Tell me, Ring, have you noticed anything peculiar about Amon's appearance of late? Anything at all? Speak freely. You won't mind. Well, since Minfilia bequeathed her power to me, I've been able to see the light inside him, though I didn't think anything of it at first. But after we defeated the warden on Amon-Rellik, I realized something was wrong. You absorbed his aether, Amon, and the light within you has grown monstrous. Then it is as I suspected. How are you feeling? Uh-oh. Amon. Not as done. This will only get worse. Ring, with the power of the Oracle, you have gained some measure of control over light, have you not? Is there anything you can do for him? Extinguishing it is out of the question. Even at her strongest, Minfilia could only hold back the light. I might be able to suppress it, but I don't know for how long. Then we have no choice but to rely on Urianger and his secrets. If the next battle is to be the last, you may yet be able to play your part, but you will need all of your strength. I will discuss strategy with the others and see that everything is made ready for our departure. You are to return to your chambers and rest until then. Understood? Fine, let me help. Yes, mother. No, I'm not gonna be sarcastic to it. You know what? Yeah, let's be a little bit sarcastic. Yes, mother. Ha! None of that cheek, or I'll take you across my knee. Now, off with you to the pendants. We'll call for you when the time comes. She said she was gonna give this Dark Knight a spanking. All right. Is everything right, sir? You don't seem quite yourself. Perhaps a hot meal and a freshly made meal will improve matters. Your room is ready. If you care to retire, I do. Very good. Did you need anything at all? Pray do not hesitate to call. This is where you've been hiding.
And sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Amon-Rellik?
see. Minfilia's gone then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
Oh, hell.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
Hell no.
What just happened?
There was something Minfilia said to me.
Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right? That pain again? And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare, but for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you.
I'll see it through.
Of that I have no doubt. Even if I had my pick of every Reflection's heroes, I could not have asked for a finer champion. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like.
No, this isn't rain. It would need to be later, after the liberation of Alamigo, perhaps. Please tell me you finished. You have to go. They'll be upon us at any moment. Very well. Where to next then? Let's just worry about getting out of the city and pray the airship is still in one piece. Anywhere we go from there will be just more of the same. Gosh, by the time that last one, I reckon the Knights 12 might be the King's rubble now. Might be the Knights' rubble now. Is there nothing else we can do? Look around you. This isn't war. It's a sickness. It's spread to every corner of Eorzea. The city-states are in disarray, and by all accounts, the Far East is faring no better. There'll be nothing left for us when this is over. The world is beyond saving. I never tire of that story. When the hero swoops in astride on a white dragon to save the little girl. I would die happy knowing someone like that was still around. Indeed, but not today. Not while our message remains undelivered. Have faith, my friends. We will find him. My friend, we will find him. There I lay prostrate, weary, yet resolved, ready to take on the next challenge, ready to be what I must. Will you dream? By the way, his face lights up at your approach. The Master of Sweets has been waiting for you. Ah, Amon-Rellik, I just had a pleasant rest. While you were ensconced in your chamber, a message arrived for you from the Exarch. He bids you to come to the Ocular at your very earliest convenience, and sir, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. To the Ocular.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last Warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrand once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiac's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiac, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiac, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you? Two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiac, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard, a flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you.
Damn. He doesn't even consider them truly alive because they're not whole. He believes that the original one whole world and the people that existed there were whole, true living people. He considers them echoes of themselves.
Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
Yeah, it's a cornered dog. He's a cornered dog, lashing out.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
He is the Light Warden.
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Calusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Yulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Image self. Yes, did my lesson provoke thought, giving rise to further questions? Three of you escaped the Sundering, but what of those who didn't? Why, their very beings were divided into 14, of course. Yet, by our power, we unsundered Asians may raise up one of their fragments to their original office. But I suppose in and of itself, it bears explaining. So, the names by which you know us are not in fact our names. Be it Elidibus or La Habrea or Igayorum. These are all titles of office. And when an office is vacated, it may be filled by another. Over the eons, I have overseen several changes of the guard among our cindered brethren. In such instances, the vacant title ordinarily goes to another fragment of the self-same soul. While it is by no means impossible to raise up wholly unrelated individuals, 'tis we whose fervent entreaties brought forth the Lord Zodiac, whose souls he claimed in the beginning, who make the truest servants. So if we were to defeat all the Asians of the source, then none would remain to rise up new Asians, and our world would eventually fade from existence. You would like that, wouldn't you? Well, feel free to dream. It's not a crime to do so. I want to see if I ask him what his true name is, what he'll say. Of course, there'll come a day I will reveal my true name to you, but this is not it. Of course, you may well die none the wiser, but life is full of just such disappointments. Okay. Alright, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else of true interest coming out of his mouth, because he did have a good bit of lore to teach us there. I got a feeling that he's trying to go about it in a different way. Instead of trying to outright fight us, he's trying to convince us of our folly, knowledge. All right. There you are, Amon. The others have gone ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It's been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Yulmore? Since we faced Lord Valthree, and I felt such fury that I have never felt before. His actions are unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage there was something else. At first I wasn't sure what it was, but in the course of our struggles I found the answer. In Valthry's self-righteousness, in his absolute belief that he and he alone is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was. And having shared in his affliction, I feel duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he will accept it with the good grace as I did is another question. Where is it, Rain? Do you sense the Light Warden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. Tis time we were on our way in any case. Let us rejoin our comrades in Gate Town. As a precaution, I may ask that you go first to ensure that the path is clear. The closer we are to Yulmore, the more I worry that Reen might be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Right. Oh, wrong goddamn way. Wrong goddamn way. You hail the citizen, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling. Agitated man. Lord Valthree, we hear. We obey. Oh dear. Oh no! I must kill the citizens! I must kill the citizens! Feel the power! Feel the power of the death! Feel the power of blood! Okay. You won't. The last place in which light prevails here. Euphoric youth. Long live Lord Valthree. Long live Lord Valthree. Ingrid! Granny! Ah, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you noticed the people behaving strangely along the path. It's more of the same here. These Tola now as they are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. Saul's links. I'll use that for my whatchamacallit. Urianger is trying to make sense of the strange phenomenon afflicting the residents.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things. And whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthri starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armoreng.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthri after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles his stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
So it is.
Damn!
In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin-Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin-Eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These Sin-Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there. And I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
When we step to the gates, we shall not find a place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. You are prepared for this, and let us sally forth. Let's do this.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Long live Lord Vorthri.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gatetown. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vorthri's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphano. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Let's do this. shit.
Break your funny bones.
Shit. You keep moving.
I'll break your funny bones. Right. No more Mrs. Nice Jester.
Oh, the little pretty girl Jester died. Both of her sisters. Let's go. All right, it's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to the Dark Knight. That's right, breaking limits as only the Warrior of Light can, baby. You again.
You will find my master in his chamber. But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
You're one of his puppets as well.
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Here we go. All right. Power up! Damn! What was I? Okay, I don't know what I was supposed to do there. What was I supposed to do there? What was I supposed to do right there?